Yerski, what's the word, gang? We back, man. How we feeling tonight, everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Let me pull up. Let me get Twitch up too. Immediately. How we feeling tonight, gang? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody feeling good, man. Oh, what we starting with today? We starting with a crazy viral story, bro. This story dropped 2 weeks ago, but we never got to it. It didn't come across my timeline until now. But now that it's on my timeline, I want to bring it to y'all. I don't know if y'all seen this video without me already. But this is a crazy video. We got a couple videos to get to. We got a couple badge cam videos. We even got a vintage shotgun collection video. We all over the place today. Oh, but we also got Aaron the plumber. This is gonna be probably the main video we get to after the team blew off a woman's head with an AR-15 over a fender bender. Look at this little kid too. He looked hella innocent. Nigga got freckles. Like, nigga, he was not gonna last in jail. Cuts in the eyebrows, trying to wild out. But let's get to the story, man. I ain't even gonna waste too much time running it up because I do want to see what's going on with this. That's why this is actually the title video that we going with today, because I really want to know. Too, he looked hella. What's happening with this video? Feel me? Alright. Without further ado, let's not waste no time. I'm jumping on here late enough, so let's get right to it, man. Like I said, stay tuned. We got a lot of good videos today, though. I know I'm jumping on here late, but it is a weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta get up real early tomorrow, so we can vibe out. 20 women versus one comedian, versus one comedian, Aaron the plumber. If y'all know who that is, that's the dude from the Pop the Balloon that went viral. He got a 20v1 for himself, so that should be a dope video. But let's start with this right here, man. Team blew off a woman's head with an AR-15 over a fender bender. Let's go.
Colorado boy only 14 years old when he shoots and kills a mother after a minor fender bender.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Just hours after shooting her in cold blood, he cries to his own mother at the police station.
I'm sorry, Mom.
She don't want to hear that.
Today's case takes us to Denver, Colorado, where on February 20th, 2021, 32-year-old Pamela Cabriales was on her way home from dinner with a friend. According to local TV station KUSA, Pamela's family says she was extremely giving, passionate, and loving. They describe her as a social butterfly who was always there if you needed her. Pamela worked as a real estate agent, and she was also a mother to her 6-year-old son, Leo.
Good-looking woman. Good mom, too. You know what I mean?
What's the champagne?
Pamela.
This birthdays.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
In pictures and in videos, Pamela seems happy and full of life. But all of that changed 4 years ago this month. Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was...
But why did shots ring out? They ain't even say why.
Pamela seems happy and full of life. But all of that changed 4 years ago this month. Pamela was behind the wheel of her Range Rover, driving along Interstate 25 that goes right through Denver. When she stopped at a red light at an intersection of I-25 and Colfax, shots rang out. We now know the person shooting was then 14-year-old Remy Cordova. Cordova was in the passenger seat of another car that was driven by this guy named Nishan John.
Nah, now this nigga looked like he would shoot a nigga. He looked like he down to do a drive-by. Nigga ain't never played for the NFL. What you think this NFL mean? Nigga for life. That's what this nigga for life.
Cordova had thought that the car had been tapped by Pamela's in a small fender bender. And according to court docs, he said, quote, "Can I bust on them?" Johnson then replied, "Do what you gotta do. That's on you."
Do what you gotta do.
According to KUSA, Cordova got out of the car with an AR-15 and fired 15 to 20 shots into Pamela's Range Rover.
Bro, nah. Nigga let off the whole clip over a fender bender. Nah, what's wrong with this? I ain't gonna lie, he ain't raised right, bro. He ain't raised right. And his crazy part is he asked the big homie, yo, can I let it off on him? And the big homie said, do what you gotta do. Nigga, the big homie didn't even tell him, nigga, go do that. He requested it.
Witnesses on the scene say at first they didn't even know what was happening.
Then I heard pop, 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 pop. And at first it didn't register what was happening until the cars in the 2 lanes next to me started going. And then I realized, I said, oh shit, something's happening, and I ducked down and several more happened. And I pulled next to the car, barely got a glance. It looked as though the window was either rolled down or shot out, but I believe that the window was out. I didn't look at the windshield or see inside the vehicle. And then the car that was in front of them sped off. I went behind them, but pretty far back because they went pretty quickly, and got off on Federal. So they went straight and I got off on Federal, and I didn't obviously see what occurred because the car was obstructing my view. So I didn't know at the time if the shots came from the car in front or inside the vehicle, but that's what I saw.
Damn.
That's Jaden Aarons, who was driving home from an appointment at the time of the shooting.
You said you heard multiple pops. You went pop, pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop. How many of those do you think you heard the first time?
I'm
in your
gonna
estimation?
call it 5 to 7 perhaps.
Okay, and then you said you ducked down and heard several more pops. How many more do you think you heard?
Perhaps 3.
Okay.
And the break in between the 2 was a second or 2
Okay.
that it paused.
Sure.
It wasn't very long.
And you never saw anybody get in or out of any vehicles?
No.
Okay.
I, in my mind, thought it was fireworks or something.
Sure.
And just wasn't paying attention.
When you go around the car you're in front of, why do you go around the car?
Because the other 2 cars did it, and I felt like I was in danger, and I heard the shots coming, and I was ducking down, and I thought maybe they were going to hit me.
Okay.
I was scared to go that way because, again, I didn't know if they were coming from that vehicle, but I couldn't go any other way, so.
This may seem like a really dumb question. If you can articulate it more, why did you feel you were in danger? Tell me more about that.
Gunshots.
Because I recognized the sound of gunshots, and I thought perhaps one was going to hit me.
Were you scared?
Not really until after, because it didn't really register. It was definitely like weird. So
It'd be like that.
but I was like, my awareness was heightened, but it still didn't register
Tell me more about why you duck.
because I thought I was gonna get shot.
Okay.
All right, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos. And if you're out running errands, listen up. I have to tell you about this free app called Scan the QR Code on your game.
When he got
There were more witnesses too, like Alex Martinez, who was driving home from a soccer game.
out, he had his hoodie on, and he turned to face towards north, and all I see is the side of his forehead, so literally right here.
Okay.
And then that's when I noticed that he lifted up his arm, and his arm was being covered by the top of the car. And I'm in a Ford Edge, so I say it's a pretty big car. He was about like 5'6", 5'7", and that's when I noticed that he had a gun. So my first instinct when I heard it was to get down just in case if they started shooting towards me. I did not physically see the weapon.
Okay.
I seen the light from when you shoot the gun, and you have the light and the sound.
Okay.
So that's what I heard. I heard the
Oh, so he saw the muzzle flash.
poof, poof.
And he heard it. He saw it and heard the muzzle flash.
So the light, like the muzzle flash, we call it. It's like the like when you
When you fire
fireworks,
yeah.
or you fire a gun and
Yeah.
it comes out. Those gases escape. And
Uh-huh.
what color was that you saw?
When I looked over, the first time I heard it, I got goosebumps. So I looked over, and I just remember seeing white. So
Okay, but you saw the muzzle flash.
Yeah.
Is what we call it, or
yeah, the muzzle flash.
coming out. How many times do you think you saw flashes?
About 6 times.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw that shit going off.
Did you hear the person that got out from the right front passenger seat of that car? Did you hear him say anything?
No.
Did you hear them yell anything?
No, not really. I didn't hear anything at all because my music was, I had my music loud because I'm a big fan of music, and I had my music going, and then that's when I heard the first gunshot go off, and I look over, and then I just see the light, the white, whatever you guys call it.
Muzzle flash.
I got goosebumps on my arm because I just knew that. But when I was driving away, I noticed one in the rear focus head out, like look back.
Tell me more about that.
So I was going, because my first instinct was to get away because I was scared.
Okay.
So I was going, and then I was trying to get away quickly as possible. And I look in the rear mirror, and I see the Range Rover in there. And I look in, and I see the Honda coming. And I just see a head go like this. But it had a hoodie on, so...
Okay, and was that from the front area of the car or the rear area
the front.
of the car? So from the passenger side or driver's side?
Driver's side. It was a black hoodie.
Okay. So it came from the driver?
Yeah, the driver's side.
So put an arrow in red the direction he shoots at. And this sounds silly, but what led you to believe he was shooting in the direction of that car?
Well, because when he started shooting, I noticed that the light from when he shot it was going backwards.
Okay.
So I was like, alright. So that I ducked down, and that's when I lifted up my head just to take a peek, and that's when I seen his arm on the side of the car facing backwards.
Nah, this is a good ass witness testimony, gang. Listen, we don't condone snitching, but a woman was killed. An innocent woman was killed over a fender bender, bro. We don't condone that, bro. We don't condone that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't condone snitching. Yo, 88. Welcome to the chat, my brother. How you feeling tonight, gang? Yo, man, we don't condone snitching, but at the end of the day, this nigga is not a gangster. He was an innocent bystander just driving. He an innocent witness. Fuck it, he telling. Ooh, he telling.
Okay.
After the shooting, Cordova and
Now they gonna find this nigga. He got a rap sheet. I promise you, he got a rap sheet.
Johnson sped off in their car as first
He look like he done shot a nigga.
responders rushed to the scene.
Ma'am, I'm gonna cut your seatbelt, okay? I'm Officer Lipper with the Denver Police Department, okay?
Bro, he not a gang member. He ain't tied to nothing. He just a young nigga that was driving home, bro. He innocent. He what they call it? Civilian.
Here's the scene from another perspective.
I'm just gonna keep some pressure on him, okay?
Damn, she got a car seat back there too.
Hey, she took quite a few, about 4 or 5 rounds to the face.
4 or 5 rounds to the face. Nah, the dude that's telling is not the dude that shot the lady. He just a nigga he was in another car. He was a witness.
Is she the only victim? She's the only victim.
We gonna get to the kid telling. The kid who did it, we gonna get to him telling.
Let me see if I can find an ID in her purse. Yeah. I don't know how you want to do this. You want to put the seat back so we can get to her? Hey, Scott, hold that seat.
I'm glad her baby wasn't in the car with her, bro. You see the car seat right there? I'm glad. I mean, I'm sad that she had to die, but I'm glad it was nobody else in the car with her. You know what I mean? Like the Lil Ronnie situation. R.I.P. that 5-year-old girl. They caught the killers too. They both. When we figure out the punishment, we're gonna talk about it.
Is there anything behind the seat? No.
All electric. Hang on, I got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find an ID. Is there more than anybody else? No, it's just one person. Could you hold that open while I look through it, please? Thanks. Okay, grab the scoop real quick. Check in this pocket. 160. I got 7 gunshots to the front and 3 heads to the back. Nothing. You coming head first? Hold on, where do we go head first?
Nigga shot her with an AR-15 over a fender bender. Nigga shot her 15 times.
You got the head out towards the cap. What are you gonna do?
Head toward me.
Here.
This next part is really tough. You can see the rear window of Pamela's Range Rover has been completely shot out.
I counted 8 shots. 8? Yeah, there's one right above the left windshield wiper. So that's 2 out of, like right there.
License plate, that's probably hers.
That's the same one as on the back.
Okay, that's probably hers.
Bro, these niggas think they so gangster, nigga. You just killed the female, bro. You just killed the innocent lady for no reason. Like, dude, that can't get you no stripes in your gang. I don't know what gang you from, but I don't know no gang that just give you stripes for just killing an innocent person. Like, a woman shooting the whip up for nothing. What happened to going to get the ops?
Another angle shows Pamela being loaded into an ambulance. Now, we won't show that part because it is graphic, but here are the moments leading up to it.
Nothing.
Clavitor Oracle of a Puerto Rican under God. That's a dope name. Said, I bet that was not even his own car. This YN. Definitely not his car.
Did you need the northbound or southbound off-ramp closed?
You coming head first?
Let's do southbound for now. Hopefully everybody going north will figure it out. Copy, 1,000.
We'll get a couple of these. I'm going to take a couple fires.
Do you guys need an extra set of hands for anything?
Yes.
Just say when.
160 out of the GHMC1. We're going to have one coming down and 163 Baker's going to follow. Here, are you ready?
Do you know how this happened?
No, other than somebody called in and said gunshots fired between 2 cars. I wasn't able to get a description of the other vehicle.
Okay, here she comes.
Even though Pamela was rushed to the hospital, she died several days later. Meanwhile, investigators were still working to track down the suspects involved in her shooting. The next day, a Denver police officer spotted a car wanted from a separate incident. There had been this gang shooting at a McDonald's where multiple shots were fired. And at the time, the cop didn't realize this car was also involved in Pamela's shooting. But they did know the people inside needed to be questioned. This led to a small chase, and it's something Nishan Johnson talked about during his police interview.
We're driving, and we get to the light. Police was on side. They get to the side, the back of us. They get behind us. I take a right, they drive. Take a left, they keep following. And then I try to take another right, but the ice was too slippery. So I hit the curb, and that's when they turned the lights on us.
Tell me more about the conversation in the car. Who notices the police either on the side of you or behind you?
I mean, we all did, to be honest, because when you're looking at when you at the stop sign, you're gonna look out your window.
Okay.
And then when I looked out the window, I seen the police pull up.
What is the conversation in the car?
Really wasn't no conversation in the car.
Cap. Niggas like, there go them crackers. Oh shit, put the weed out. That's exactly what happened. Oh, the crackers behind us, nigga. Put the weed out. Yo, somebody better swallow that blunt, nigga. What else you got? Who got the pipe? That nigga's got a gun. Nigga, tuck that shit right now, nigga. Yo, if we high speeding, that's the conversation as soon as you see the police behind you. And it's a bunch of niggas in the car with some work on them.
But they could go.
I'm sorry?
I said it wasn't no conversation in no car, but go.
But go?
Yes.
Why was that?
I don't know.
Okay. Earlier you told me because you didn't have a license.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't have no license, but that's what they was telling me. You said what was the conversation?
Okay.
You said what conversation did we have while the police was behind us?
And who was telling you to go?
Little bro. He was like, bro, just go. You feel me? I mean, don't have no license. You feel me? I'm not finna pull off.
Did little bro say he was hot?
Nah.
Did he
say, like, nigga, go.
Okay.
You know how Like, nowadays, this young generation is gonna run from the police or do anything from the police. Now, you feel me? So, yeah.
So you listened to him?
Nigga, how many guns was in the car, nigga?
So you listened to him and you went?
That's how it was, you feel me? Because after they turned on their lights, everybody started panicking.
Tell me how they panicked. How did you know they panicked, Nishan?
Because you know when police get behind you sometimes and you know you ain't doing nothing? Like me, when I know I ain't doing nothing wrong, I wasn't really panicking, but what made me really panic was because they was all going like, bro, come on, bro, go. And I don't have a license. I was like, bro, that ain't true, I ain't stopping. Fuck it, come on. And I hit the car and everything, you feel me? So it was like everything would happen so quick. And when he was like, go, bro, go, I was like, all right, fuck it. I don't have no license, none of that, come on.
Police eventually tracked Johnson down to a shed where he was hiding, and that's where they found some incriminating evidence.
You know what?
Nigga, they eat Gucci, man. Icy on the side of his face. Not an ice cream cone, but icy.
I'm asking all these questions because the you were found in, those shell casings match at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me? And you said nobody's in the shed with you. Okay? You're in there by yourself. But the same caliber shell casing that's in the shed where you're at is the same caliber at our murder scene. Can you explain that to me if nobody handed you anything?
No, nobody handed me nothing.
Okay, so how did that end up in the shed with you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna cut it.
I don't know.
Okay. So what I'm asking you, this is your chance to be honest, okay? And I'm not saying you're not, so please don't be offended by that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I don't know is not going to cut it. As I told you before when we first started, it's a homicide investigation. I told you you're not free to leave, okay? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you were there for something or somebody asked you to hold on to something, I need to know, okay? And not just for myself, but for yourself. You got a kid, right?
Two.
You want to see those kids grow up?
Yes.
Do you want to be able to hold them and not be behind glass when you see them? Or do you want them to come and visit you during your...
This a murder, bro. You ain't... Man, next time you see your kids as a free man, they ain't gonna be kids no more.
...time. Again, I'm not threatening you. I'm not upset with you. But I'm telling you, this is the road we're going down. You're digging yourself a hole here. So if you have something, you know something, Nishan, now's the time to tell me. Okay, you tell me you were by yourself when you ran. Nobody else was in that shed. I asked you several times that question. You're adamant nobody was. Okay? So it's one of two things. Either you were there at that murder scene, or somebody gave you something to hold on to. So now's your chance to help yourself. Don't dig yourself a hole. You got one foot in this hole right now, Nishan. Okay?
Investigators spoke with Johnson for more than 5 hours on multiple occasions, and honestly, they didn't get very much, but they got even less info from Remy Cordova.
I'm going to advise you of your rights, and then I'm going to leave the room, and you two need to talk about whether or not you want to talk about this investigation or not. Okay? You okay, ma'am?
Nope, she know what's up. Yeah, look, shh. You saying sorry is not a good thing. Saying sorry is an admission of guilt.
The woman next to Cordova in this video is his mom, because remember, he's only 14 years old at the time. As a detective walks back in, you can hear Cordova apologize to his mother.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's still February 21st, 2021. According to that clock, it's now 10:05 p.m. And I've given you and your mom opportunity to talk about this investigation. Let me ask you, did you understand the rights as they have been explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Nah, facts. Why moms don't got no lawyer in the room? Yo, 88, good call. Moms is dumb. My homie did a bid behind a body because his mom's allowed this shit, bro. Nigga could have definitely beat the body, but he did a bid behind that shit because his mom's didn't go to the, for one, she gave them permission to interrogate without her being there. Dumbass mama.
Do you have any conflict with your mom that would prevent her from providing you with guidance and advice about your rights? No? With these rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us about this investigation?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Oh,
But
shit.
even though Cordova didn't talk, investigators already knew a bit about him.
No, sirski.
Because he had a juvenile criminal record and was on police's radar as a gang member. Prosecutors later said that Cordova's motivation in Pamela's murder was to rise up the ranks in this gang world. Cordova's case eventually moved from juvenile court to district court because of the severity of the crime. He was charged as an adult with first-degree murder and first-degree attempted murder. That second charge was added because another driver had been in the line of fire when Cordova had fired the shots. Now, that person was not injured, so the charge became attempted murder. In November of last year, Cordova was found guilty. He's since been sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole in 40 years.
The possibility of parole in 40 years, even though he was a minor? Yo, wow.
He's since been sentenced to life in prison with a possibility of parole in 40 years.
Yo, y'all think that charge gonna stick on him, bro? Y'all think he really gonna do that time? Because he a super minor, bro. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he even charged him like that.
Sean Johnson has also been convicted for his involvement in the case. In June 2023, he was sentenced to 35 years in prison.
35 joints. I guess because the little nigga asked him for permission and he said, yeah, do it.
As for Pamela, her
Nah, that's crazy.
family says her memory lives on through her son Leo.
Damn, bro. Rest in peace to Pamela, man. Sheesh. What's this? Cops discover missing teen viciously murdered at Florida apartment. What?
Do you know how much investigation ID I watch? Do you know how much true crime I watch?
Me too, mama. I watch it too.
You can't get away with nothing. Jesus, there's cameras everywhere. My child is smarter than that.
Our teenage years are known to be turbulent. They're marked by young love, heartbreak, testing boundaries, and keeping secrets. But how does the saying go? Two can keep a secret if one of them is dead?
Oh my God. Here, let me step back. Can you guys go back inside for me?
Bro, think about that last nigga. That little nigga gonna be somebody hoe, gang. That little nigga is about to, but you know what, bro? In a couple years, he'll be a hardened thug, hardened criminal behind the wall, and he fuck around and be taking another nigga butt. Like, he might get his butt took in the beginning, but he gonna be a hardened criminal in about 5 years and be turning around taking niggas butt. They said 40 years. That nigga gonna be locked up for 40. He probably never.
Just give us a few minutes and we'll come in and talk to you. Just go back inside. Can you go back inside, please? Don't. Just hide, please. Don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside. Can you just, please, take her inside. Go back in your apartment for me, please.
Nah, bro. Look at the caption, bro. Cops discover missing teen viciously. Viciously done. Come on, bro. Imagine you walking in and seeing your family member like that, bro. Hell nah. Yo, happy Women's Day to all the ladies out there, too. 88, tell your wife I said happy Women's Day, man.
Listen, I can't answer anything right now. I just need you to go inside the apartment and stay there till I can get somebody to come and speak to you, please.
I'm just wondering.
Listen, what did I just ask? Just give us a few minutes and somebody will come and talk to you. Just give me a few minutes. Go ahead and go inside.
Got some blood right here,
Okay, go ahead and go inside for me.
The search for a missing teen might be coming to a close outside an apartment complex in Broward County, Florida. 18-year-old Dwight Grant, who friends and family call DJ, should be gearing up for a homecoming and graduation when he suddenly disappears on a Sunday in mid-October 2021. Grant is a senior at Miramar High School in Broward County. And while a bad case of senioritis isn't all that uncommon among students in his class, when he doesn't return home and misses school the next morning, that's when alarm bells ring.
I have anxiety and depression, so like he would check.
He has anxiety?
No, I have
Okay, so he would check on you.
Yeah.
Do you know the girl that he's talking to or trying to talk to?
No.
No, does he have a girlfriend?
Not to my knowledge, no.
No? Okay. All right. So you haven't seen him? What's up, man? No.
She probably his little girlfriend. Talking about she be checking, you got anxiety, he be checking on you. Yeah, he like you. If you're not his family, he like you.
Everything good? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so you haven't spoken to him since. Is this his behavior? Like, does he do it? He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. If he goes out, he has a plan. He goes out with his friends. He calls literally all of us all the time to let us know, like, what's up, how you are.
Okay. All right.
In the morning, at night, make sure I'm okay.
Okay. Same thing with these kids. Have they seen him?
Yeah, this not his sister or cousin or nothing. This is a girl he know. So I think he like her.
Let me speak to them really quick.
Grant's friends say he's a gamer. He doesn't run around town getting into trouble. He doesn't drink or smoke, and he certainly doesn't disappear. His friends, along with Grant's family, spend Monday handing out flyers and searching for him on foot. By Tuesday...
Bro, this gotta be heart-wrenching, bro. Your kid missing and you typing up flyers for your missing child, bro. Bro, niggas be heartbroken when they looking for their missing dog. Like, your missing child, bro. You said my own live chat? Yeah. What you mean? Oh, wait, let me see. What's that? Oh, top chat. Oh, I gotta fix that. Live chat. My bad, bro. My bad. I be forgetting about that, bro. I don't know why it does that. It automatically puts it for top chat. I don't know why it does that.
Tuesday, police are canvassing the area near Sherman Circle North, a Miramar neighborhood residents describe as peaceful. Or it used to be peaceful, until around 2 p.m. on Tuesday, October 19th, when they find something in the bushes. It's a
What is these big-ass birds right here? These chickens? These ducks? They just got big-ass birds right here, all comfortable.
p.m. on Tuesday, October 19th, when they find something in the bushes. It's a body, and not just any body, but a body belonging to a young man. Young enough to be a Miramar High School student? Police aren't quite sure. What they can say, almost for certain, is that Broward County is about to investigate a shocking homicide. Police find the body hidden in some bushes outside the apartment
little cop baddie
complex where Grant lives. The victim's body might have been easy to miss. That is, if it weren't for the blood-stained sidewalk leading investigators right to him. There are 4 detectives on scene. They convene around the body and engineer a report containing what they know so far. A young man was killed. His body was discarded in the apartment complex's landscaping, and he had suffered what appears to be 2 stab wounds, one to the neck and one to the chest. And when they look closely, they notice something else. The unknown victim is a perfect match for the description Grant's family gave police. But it's too soon to make an identification. For now, police block off the area surrounding the body and begin processing the scene for evidence.
This is about to be devastating news for this family.
Pues this all happened aquí abajo, ¿no? Aquí abajo, sí. Ahí abajo del stairwell que está ahí, había mucha sangre, and you can see that probablemente están tratando de limpiarlo. Hay una cámara aquí, hay 2 cámaras aquí, y hay una cámara en esa esquina donde lo tiraron. When did this all happen?
Sunday.
On Sunday, he went missing Sunday. So go around in the middle, go up to the 2nd floor, and put it across. So there's no one goes down the stairwell.
Okay.
That way.
So we got that and that. Crime scene tape. Crime scene log. Let me get that started.
Whoever, if somebody pulls the video from the place, I already have some kids
Where's your car at?
right here.
Okay.
I just need to see who was there doing it because they're probably
the office. The office.
Back at Miramar Police Headquarters, tipsters are already starting to show up in the lobby and offer information. One woman wants to share what you might consider borrowed evidence, her teenage niece's group chat.
Can you just give me a brief rundown? I'm so sorry.
Of what's going on?
Yeah, because I know
I only know I've seen on the news that they found a body over by Sherman Circle, and they keep showing the picture of the kid that goes to Miramar High, saying they can't guarantee that it's him, basically, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But on my niece's phone, all the texts are coming through that they're her friends, and there's people from school there, and they know it's him.
Okay.
I don't know if that, I don't know unless...
No, I
I'm
understand.
just assuming that it's him because of what...
So, did you speak to a detective or anything like that?
No, I haven't spoken to anybody. I just came here because my niece was telling me that she had got these texts from this girl yesterday from the modeling, and she said it was the most traumatizing day of her life when she seen him yesterday, which would have been Sunday.
What?
So in my mind, 1 and 1, I'm not saying she did anything.
But you saw him dead yesterday. Cameras are all over there, I'm sure. Facts. It's an apartment complex, bro. Facts. Facts.
But I'm not saying I can't come here and not show you either because she keeps saying
tells everybody in the
how many
modeling
people she's
group
killed
that
and she's in a gang. Which
I mean, and it could be just to...
She in a gang? What? She's more than one. She tells everybody. I'm not saying I can't come here and not show you either because
she keeps saying
tells everybody in the
how many
modeling
people she's
group
killed
that
and she's in a gang.
The amount of people she killed.
Gang, which
I mean, and it could be just to be, look cool or to be tough.
But you never know.
It's like, you
and
don't
the same
know.
thing, I don't want the text messages here. I don't want them to show my nieces. I don't want her.
Like
I don't
her
want her
to associate with, okay.
Right, so it needs to be kind of, if you,
Yeah, no, I understand.
please, if you can just write on there not to put her name in there, just in case this
Yeah.
girl really is who she says she
You're
is.
fine. You're fine. No, I
She's a senior
understand.
and I want my niece to make it out of school.
I understand. You guys are good.
Thank you for bringing that in. Thank you for bringing in this evidence, though. Facts, bro. So listen, I'm telling you, man, these people ain't gangbangers, man. They members of the community. They contributing members of the society, bro. They are contributing to society.
Anything else? This is my area. If you got more things you want to turn in, I'll be here. All right, I'm here until 1.
Yeah, that's just the words that you put there.
It's just
they say, if you say something or see something, say it, and it just doesn't sit right with me, so I have to come and...
No, I completely understand. Anytime, ladies, okay?
Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a good day.
The pieces are all fitting together for investigators. Now they have a crime scene and a possible confession written in text between classmates. By the next day, Wednesday, police confidently say they can ID the body. It was him, the missing Miramar High School student, DJ Grant. But who killed him and why? The group chat the tipster shared with police might have been written off by some as immature gossip or an adolescent attempt to seem tough, but to investigators, it's as good as gold.
Right.
Text messages reveal the names of 3 persons of interest in the case. 17-year-old Andre Dexter Clements, 16-year-old Jaslyn Smith, and 17-year-old Christy Parisian. Investigators waste no time in tracking them down.
Miramar Police Department. Miramar Police Department. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. What happened?
Are you the only one here?
Christy?
Is Christy here?
No.
Are you Christy?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's my daughter.
No, I'm saying, is anybody else in the house?
No.
Okay. Do you mind talking to us outside for a minute?
Huh?
Do you mind talking to us? I have Detective Woods here.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I heard the message. I was at work. I don't know. I don't have why. I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. I got the message.
You got the... come over here and...
What happened?
I just need to speak to you over here for a second.
Oh, Lord.
So, right now there's an investigation, and I guess it's your daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Your daughter, her name came up. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to keep you out of the house for now.
Me?
Yes. Nothing that has to do with you personally, but we have to keep everybody out of the apartment. So if there's anybody else in there that's in there.
My baby sister, she's at work right now.
But nobody else is inside?
No, only three of us.
You got shoes on? Okay.
There's nobody else inside right now?
No.
Okay. So we have detectives that are going to get a search warrant. Okay. So right now, we're just going to make sure nobody's inside, and then we're going to close the door. And then we're going to wait for the warrant to get here. And
when I can come back.
When who?
When I can come back, no?
As soon as you're done with the search warrant, then
today?
go back in.
No, not today.
Yeah, okay, today.
Even though Christy's mom is not under arrest and police do not have a warrant, they prohibit her from going inside her apartment to grab her phone.
Yeah, because they don't want her to go tell the daughter, and they don't want her to ruin no evidence.
Can I take my phone to call my sister? Is okay? Take my phone? My phone is right there. Can I call her? Because I'm waiting on her to go.
Well, right now at this point, we already gave you, notice that nobody can go back inside.
Can you take my phone for me? This is right there. By the way, you see my phone right there?
we really got to follow protocol on this one.
Oh my God.
Who is this?
That's my phone.
No, I mean, but who am I listening to?
The police leave me the message.
Christy's mom stands outside with police as they wait for another member of law enforcement to arrive with a warrant. She's patient and polite. She even allows one officer to listen to a voice message her daughter left earlier that day.
Apparently someone got murdered. Man, you did it. Shut up.
I'll be back home, and I will have my phone so they can find me. So, okay.
The officer returns the phone to Christy's mom, who doesn't seem to have any additional information for police. According to her, she's also been trying to get in touch with Christy.
So are you going to be around here? Are you sticking around here, or are you leaving?
Leaving where?
You're not going anywhere, right?
No, I was going to the police station.
No, I mean right now.
I'm looking for my sister to go to the police station because my sister drives.
Okay. Well, don't go too far because when we're done, we're going to need you here.
No, I'm just going to the police station. That's it. To see what happened. That's what.
Okay.
To see what happened. That's it. I'm not going nowhere because I don't know where to go.
I mean, honestly, you go to the police station, they're not going to tell you anything. How old is your daughter?
What's she what now?
How old is she?
She's 17.
Oh, she's a juvenile. I mean, you can do what you want. I just don't want you to go too far.
Because Christy is under 18, her mom has the right to accompany her during any questioning by police. The officer takes her phone number so they can stay in touch if she decides to leave. By now, police have already spoken with 17-year-old Christy, who is sometimes called Chrissy.
Oh, so 17, they don't need a parent there in order to interrogate?
By friends. Next on their list is Jaslyn Smith. They track her down and speak with her outside her family's apartment at about 11 p.m. that night.
Jaslyn, did you hurt this person? No, I didn't. Because I didn't hit him or anything. I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed in the corner.
That you did it. You didn't. That's it. Only thing I did. No, yeah, you're going to jail. Yeah.
Told to push him and make sure he stayed in the corner.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed in the corner.
Which is what we figured after seeing that, you're a good kid.
So I need honesty from you, okay?
I've been 100% honest with you.
I know.
100%.
I know, but I need to know. Like, does this implicate my...
Yeah, she just said she held him in the corner and he ended up dead. Of course she implicated.
In this action of what happened.
I don't know exactly what happened. You're telling me that you were told to do something? I don't know what you did. I don't know what you didn't do.
She said that she was told to keep him in a corner.
Andre. Okay. Andre told me that somebody had pissed him off, or somebody that was messing with somebody else's girl or something. It had to do with some type of chick. And that he was upset and that he needed some backup for a fight. He told me it was just a fight.
I want to make sure that you both understand, because I've said this already to you in the past, that you guys don't have to stay here. You do not have to talk to me.
Are you going to arrest my child?
No, I'm not going to arrest your child. I'm not. But I want to make sure that you understand that, because she is 16. I'm being completely honest with you. I want to hear what she has to say, but I wanted to reiterate, because I said it to you and she wasn't here. That's all. Okay? Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to go to some police station and leave without my daughter. I don't.
Nah, mom's not an accomplice. She didn't know until she told her just now, I think.
I'm just saying, you don't have to, we have to hold this house, but you guys don't have to stay here. That's all I'm saying.
Detectives are still building their case, so they aren't making an official arrest quite yet. But Smith seems ready to talk, and her mom doesn't object, so the police let her share her version of what happened.
He told me to dress up in all black and follow him.
Andre?
Yes. I want to do rag and everything. He just said, do this for me. Just help me out with a fight. We're fine. We walked all the way there. And we walked up the stairway. And Chrissy was there. Chrissy had seduced him, from what I know.
Wow.
I was trying to just pretend and forget that it didn't happen. I already knew that something like this was going to happen. I already knew the cops were going to show up sooner or later. And I already started preparing myself for the worst, Ma.
What do you mean by preparing yourself for the worst?
If they send me away, Ma. Because by everything I've already said, I'm an accomplice. And I know this, but I'm sorry.
Come here. I can't. Come here.
Man, moms know her daughter's done her.
The female officer on
said, my wife's upset because she's talking, right? Yeah, she just implicated herself, sent herself to jail.
Scene can be
And mama let her. The cops know too. Look at the mom. Look at the cops.
seen laughing out of Smith's sight.
Look, laughing. Laughing. She like, ugh, you don't even know. You just gave yourself 30. Make sure you tell your wife I said Happy Women's Day too.
The female officer on scene can be seen laughing out of Smith's sight, but the scene
We gotta show love to all the queens in our lives.
is anything but funny. One teenager has been killed, and another has confessed to her involvement in the crime. Smith has also given investigators a motive and the name of the mastermind behind it all. 17-year-old Andre Clements.
Did you know that your personal data is being harvested and sold online by data brokers? Anyone can buy your personal details.
Found himself involved in a high school love triangle with an alleged ex-girlfriend and DJ Grant. Smith says it drove him to murder.
So this dude is smashing this dude chick, and he bodied him over that?
Ex-girlfriend and DJ Grant. Smith says it drove him to murder, and he needed recruits.
So I'd like for you to kind of tell me step by step on how everything occurred. You know, from how it all started, how you even got notified or whatever, and then moving forward from there.
Yes.
Okay? And just take your time with it, step by step as best as you can.
Do I start?
Yeah. I might have questions for you here and there. If I interrupt you, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure, I get certain details here and there, okay? But yeah, go ahead. You can just start.
Before Sunday, before he came over.
Who's he?
Andre.
Andre's from school also?
Yes.
Do you know his last name?
Clements.
Clements?
Clements.
Damn.
M-M-E-T-S? ATS.
him and
Okay.
me.
Okay. Is he? What grade is he in?
He's a senior.
A senior.
This year.
Okay. All right. So you were saying
Before he ever came over, he told me on Friday, I believe it was Friday, that he had a situation that he needed to deal with, and he was wondering if I could help him out with a fight. Me knowing that I used to fight in elementary and used to be a bad kid-ish outside of school, I had agreed because he's a good friend of mine. I'm like, it's just a fight.
Okay.
So, on to Sunday.
The mother is like, oh my God, we done. Wife had enough. She is going to work. She is going to work out. Last words were, how uneducated could one be? Facts, damn. Enjoy your workout, Miss 88.
He had said he was going to be coming over at around
Mrs. 88.
6. Okay. He came over at least 6:45, close to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And
yo, she remember exact times. She remember how to spell this nigga last name. She remember shit mad well, right?
He had proceeded to tell me the whole scenario of we're gonna get dressed in all black. You're gonna wear clothes that you don't care about. You're gonna wear gloves. You're gonna wear do-rag. I know the whole layout of the building and everything that we need to do this.
This is premeditated murder right here, bro. Capital murder.
Get dressed, just wait, and then we'll go.
Okay.
We had gotten dressed, we had prepared. My mom had gotten home. We had told her that we were going to go on a walk. We had left the house immediately with me, Andre, and Chrissy. And we had left the complex all the way down. He was explaining to me that the person that me and him were going to fight with, and that Chrissy was going to seduce to get him to come downstairs, had messed with a girl that he knew and had, essentially from what I know.
Okay.
This is what he had told me. And on the way there, he's telling me exactly where we're going to walk, exactly how we're going to walk, exactly what we're going to do. Everything.
Oh, that's your big homie. That's your OG.
What we're going to wait for a signal. And I was like, okay, it's just a fight. It's whatever. We had walked up the stairs. We had walked through the front gates of the complex.
Do you remember which complex it was?
I don't know the name. I do know that it's the complex next to the old house that we used to. We had walked in fully. We were wearing gloves, 2 sets. We had on all black.
2 sets.
From head to toe. We had on our hoodies, and we had on do-rags to cover our eyebrows and facial hair and anything like that.
Okay.
We had a mask on as well. We had walked out, and
COVID mask?
Yeah. We had walked out, and we were immediately when we got in there, we had walked over to where the stairwell was, while even telling me to move this way to avoid a camera and to avoid being seen.
Okay.
We had walked through there. He said there was no cameras there, so we had relaxed and chilled out more. And I'm just thinking this is a fight. Right. And I'm thinking the reason why we have him all black is, if he was to fight him, because he seemed pretty upset over the whole situation of what was going on. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna fight him and there's gonna be blood, and he's just like, I don't need you going with blood on.
Now you saying you knew it was gonna get so bad that it was gonna be bloody. Oh, you chopped the screws, shorty.
Right.
Just like seeing anything like that. So we had walked up the stairs while Chrissy stayed downstairs and made a call or a text saying that she was here. Me and him were upstairs. He's just talking to me. We're relaxed. We're chill. And then he got a signal from Chrissy to walk downstairs. We walked downstairs.
Here's where it get real, y'all.
And he tells me to wait on the top of the stairs. And he had a weapon with him. He told me to hold the weapon.
Oh my God. Yo. You fried chicken wings. She's fried chicken wings, y'all.
Had gloves on at this time still. We had walked down the stairs. He had approached the boy, and Chrissy had moved back and walked down the stairs fully.
Did you know this boy or no? Okay.
Wow. You going to jail for a murder of a kid you didn't even know. You never even knew this dude.
Boy tried to make a run with it, run for it, after Andre approached him and was like, yeah, we have a problem. And he has me standing behind with a weapon. So he tells me, Chrissy looked at me and he made a run for it. And I'm like, okay, weapon's just for intimidation. I'm gonna put this down. I ran and I helped Andre to tackle him and put him onto the ground.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, these wings is fried.
But, of course, the weapon...
Tackle him and put him onto the ground.
But, of course, the weapon wasn't just for intimidation, and this wasn't just a fight. This was a murder plot being acted out in broad daylight by a love-scorned teenager and two girls who agreed to go along for the ride.
Andre is talking to him, saying everything he has to get off of his chest, and saying how mad he is, and then he proceeds to say, you know what I have to do, right? That I have to hurt you. I have to get you back for what you did. And the boy is like, you don't have to do this. I won't bother you. I won't say nothing. I haven't seen you guys. I won't say anything. Nothing. And I'm just thinking, okay, Andre's probably going to hit him or punch him. And then everything else is just, he's just going to get into a fight. We're going to Andre asked for the weapon.
Bro, she's just frying herself. Bro, she's how fried is she at this point? The wings is burnt.
After explaining to him that he was going to kill the other boy, he had asked for the weapon.
What?
Asked for the weapon. After explaining to him that he was going to kill the other boy, he had asked for the weapon, and I just handed it to him because I was like, I don't know about this, but I'm like, okay, maybe you're joking, because me and Andre...
Maybe you're joking.
Our playful, we like to mess around, and we do...
Ain't no messing around.
Play fight, and we're just very, sibling type relationship.
Right.
And he had taken the weapon, and he had pushed the other boy into the corner, and he was begging not to get hurt. And I'm just thinking, Andre's just gonna hit him. And
why would he have asked you for the weapon then? Why would he have even bought the weapon?
Andre told me to come here and help him. And I was like, okay, you can do what you want to do. You can punch him or something. And I'm just holding him. And then...
So you held him while he stabbed him?
And Andre proceeds to rapidly punch him. And then, after a while, Chrissy said, there's a lot of cars here. There's a lot of people watching. There's kids out. You need to hurry it up. So Andre, do what you gotta do, just hurry it up, bro. We gotta go. He proceeded to take out a small weapon and attempt to stab him.
Okay.
And he was failing, and I was just like, okay, I didn't see it because I'm holding his legs. So I'm in a position where I'm holding both of his legs and I'm wrapped around his under torso, and I just feel poking right here. And I'm wondering what that is. And the other boy, he has the weapon just waving it, just trying to not get harmed. And then he had another smaller weapon, and he took that out, and he stabbed him right here.
Where's right here? On the neck, back side of the neck?
Side.
On the right side?
Did you do right side?
According to Smith's story,
she looked at her mother. She looked at her mother. Her mother looked at her like, Her mother just knowing she fried. Her mother knows she ain't gonna see her daughter for 30.
the only fight that took place that afternoon was DJ Grant's fight for his life.
Right.
And despite her claim that she didn't know the full extent of Andre's plan, Smith admits to helping hold Grant still, even after Andre stabs him.
Right.
Also, the boy was just like, "You're gonna kill me. Just choke me out or like end it," because he kept going in and out. He's like, "Choke me out, end it, stab me."
Oh my God, damn.
And
he begged for his life. He begged to be taken out of his misery.
He's like, "Choke me out, end it, stab me, do something." And Andre stabbed him again.
Wow.
And he had told me, and Chrissy, he had told me to get Chrissy and get cleaning supplies. And at this time, the gloves that we were having on, wearing, were ripping and torn. And I was getting nervous, and I was getting scared. And I wasn't showing any of it because I'm just like, if I show this, they're gonna know that I'm like, I can't do this, and I'm like freaking out. So I'm like, I'll do what you say. I didn't tell them this, but I'm like, I'll do what you say. It is what it is, and whatever happens, happens.
It is what it is. Smith's demeanor feels cold for someone who supposedly didn't expect the altercation to go down this way.
Right.
But then, once the story of Grant's death is told, Smith seems to slip up and reveal something to officers that contradicts her original story.
So I had helped Andre move him a certain direction under the cameras, under the one camera that we saw right there, and into the bushes. And at this time, we both had not eaten, we both were exhausted, so he's like, push me back here into the bushes and just leave him there. We'll figure out what to do with him at a different time. And I'm just saying, okay, because prior to this, he had told me that this was the first person he had ever killed.
Wait, prior to this, so you knew he was gonna kill him?
Prior to this, he had told you that?
When we were at the house, when we were just talking about the whole plan of what to do.
Oh, so you lying. He told you that he was going to take him out. You a liar. We caught you.
What was going to happen, but he never told me that he was going to kill somebody until at this time. You know, like, this is the first person. I'm going to leave it here. I'll ask Chrissy. We're going to leave.
Clements had spoken to Smith about killing Grant while they were still getting ready at her house, before they met with Parisian, and before they lured Grant to the stairwell where he ultimately met his demise. After the teens dragged Grant's body into the bushes, they cleaned up and sealed their supplies and weapons in a bag that Smith hid in her jacket. Then they removed their gloves and walked back to the complex where Smith lived. They found an open, grassy area outside the complex, clearly visible to residents who happened to be looking, and set out to dispose of the evidence. They started what Smith calls a bonfire with gasoline. They threw bloody clothes in the middle, gathered around it, and talked. As they watched the blood-soaked fabric burn, they shared their fears and wondered what would happen next. That's when a security guard for the apartment complex approached them. Now they had a witness, not only to the crime itself, but the aftermath. And to make matters worse, he wasn't the only one. Someone else had alerted him. And as she would later tell police, she remembered everything.
Yo, oh my God, it's about to get crazy. Yo, Law and Crime Network, shout out to y'all, bro. Y'all really cranking with this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is nuts. These kids is crazy.
Saw the clip, I remember everything. And the two girls, they were just standing there, but they weren't moving much. The chubby girl, she was just like moving back and forth, like standing in the same spot but moving a little bit. And then the guy was moving around the fire, just throwing more gasoline.
What was he? What did you see him throw?
It was like a bottle. It was like the normal bottles that
like a bottle that you use for like a barbecue, or
yeah,
like
it looked like I don't have a water bottle, but it just looked like one of those normal bottles with, like, you know how, let's say when you go to a restaurant, it's like ketchup.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was just throwing the gasoline.
Okay, like that.
Those. He was just walking around the fire and he was just throwing more in the fire, which is getting big.
And what was it?
I don't know. I just know, like,
It looked like some type of material. It didn't look like, cause we have like a lot of ducks. It didn't look like they killed a duck or something. It looked like it was a material that they were doing.
Okay, like material. Like clothes.
Remember I said earlier, look at these little ducks just walking around. They're not scared of nothing. Yeah, so it wasn't a duck.
Something of material type. Okay. And did you recognize any of them?
No, because it was pretty far, but seeing them on the news, their faces, that's when you can
remember that they were the same ones that you saw that night.
Yes.
Okay, and then when you saw that fire happening, what did you decide to do after that?
Honestly, since they were doing it on the grass, I felt kind of unsafe that they would probably go to a certain point to spread the fire because they're teenagers. So I just slowly I walked really fast, and I went to the other side of Sherman Circle, the other side of the complex of Lake Vista.
So the other side of where the leasing offices.
Mm-hmm.
So you were able to see their face clearly. If you were ever able to see them again, you would recognize them.
I didn't see their face, but I saw their body shape,
the silhouette,
and seeing them on the photos, you could picture them, especially the chubby girl. It was very noticeable. I could see her braids.
Okay.
And the kids.
And you did alert the security guard.
Yes.
Of the fire.
Yes.
And that's when he was made aware. Okay.
Is there anything else you can think of about that night that kind of stood out to you?
No, not really. I just saw their emotions, and right when I came to my apartment, they were.
What did they appear like?
You could feel the traumatization from them, and you could feel like they were scared, but you could also feel like they had that energy of the way of thinking like he deserved it. Like you could notice that.
Okay.
And right when I went to my apartment, I immediately went to my balcony to see if they were still there, but they were gone really fast.
Right. And all you saw was
all I saw was the burnt grass.
Now investigators have security footage of the teens in all black. Eyewitnesses who saw Clements, Parisian, and Smith burning the evidence, and Smith's long-winded confession that she gave police in the squad car. All they needed now was the weapon, and that, it turned out, would be the most shocking part of the crime.
You had said that the weapon that Andre was using, he used it to stab the boy. I'm assuming it's a knife then that he had?
There is a knife and there is a longer sword.
A longer what?
Sword.
A sword. Okay. Do you know what ended up happening with those? So it was a small knife and then the long sword?
Yes.
Okay.
A sword. Now that complicates things for Smith. The officers know that it's possible Andre Clements could have concealed a knife from Smith and Parisian, but to miss that he carried a sword all the way from her apartment to the complex where they met up with Grant,
right? That
seems unlikely to detectives.
When he first came here, before all this started, right? When he first showed up at your house, he got here with, you said it was a collection of knives. The small ones was a part of a collection?
The small ones I didn't see, but they were either in his pocket or in the bag that he had brought with him.
Okay. And I guess one of them stayed behind, and then he took one small one, and then the big sword also. So you saw the big sword when he first showed up here in the first place?
Not when I didn't see it exactly. I saw that there was a bag with it, and I was like, okay. Because somebody else had taken everything out of the house behind us, and I didn't know where that was. And I believe it was either in a jacket with him or with Chrissy in an extra jacket or in a bag with them.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I wasn't paying much attention.
Maybe Smith wasn't paying attention, but law enforcement are locked in.
Right.
By now, detectives have a mountain of evidence that they hope will prove pivotal moments in Smith's story to be true and others false. Security footage from the apartment complex shows the three teens in black as they walk to ambush Grant by the stairwell, just like Smith alleged. One camera even captured Grant's final moments.
Dang.
Another, what appears to be footage of the teens dragging Grant's body into the bushes. But some pieces of Smith's story aren't adding up. Police confiscate and download the teens' phones to get the full truth. Smith's claim that she thought it was just a fight, well, text messages tell a different story.
She got some pretty eyes, that's for sure.
One message read, "Murder will definitely happen soon."
Wow.
Within days, police detained Smith, Parisian, and Clements. All three teens are charged as adults and receive the same charges of tampering with evidence and conspiracy to commit murder. Smith and Parisian are also charged with murder in the second degree. Clements, who authorities allege orchestrated the killing from the start and drove the sword through DJ Grant's chest, was charged with premeditated murder in the first degree. Smith and Parisian plead guilty and are sentenced to 25 years. After their release, they'll each serve an additional 10 years probation.
On February 18th, 2025, 20-year-old Andre Clements pleaded guilty to murder, tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit murder. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison plus lifetime probation. NBC.
Florida teens uncensored full R-word confession? What the hell, bro? Should we watch this, bros?
She grabbed hold of one of my arms. And I was just like pulling away.
A 14-year-old boy sentenced for sexually assaulting a 91-year-old woman.
Boy, yo, one of her grandsons need to smack. Bro, come on, man. God damn, what? Yo, did she survive? Like, bro, 91, you putting this lady through this type of trauma at that age? Oh my God, yo, this kid is let me not even go crazy, but let's watch the video, gang. Let's watch the video.
And I was like,
yo, 88. This nigga's disgusting, gang. But now I got so many questions. I want to know if she lived. I want to know if she aight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. Let's try to get through it. If it get too nasty, bro, this is YouTube. I'm pretty sure YouTube not going to let it get too nasty.
Away.
A 14-year-old boy sentenced for sexually assaulting a 91-year-old woman. Now I have his entire confession.
Would it be safe to say, or would it be accurate to say that you had an opportunity and you took it?
No.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Jesse Stone is now 15 years old, and he is going to prison for a very long time for breaking into his neighbor's house and sexually assaulting her. The woman was 91 years old and had actually befriended Jesse and other teens in the neighborhood. This happened in Reddick, Florida in June of 2024, and it was shocking. The neighbors could not believe it.
Not obvious. Hey, did you see anybody run through here or anything?
Not to my yard, but then again, I went in the house at 9:30 to eat dinner.
Okay.
And came back out with my son and said he saw all the cars come up here.
Okay.
And I was sitting there for a minute. And
Your son live here too?
Huh?
Your son live here too?
Yeah, my son lives here. My daughter and son-in-law are down here from West Virginia on vacation.
Okay.
There was a car earlier that came up there, like when it's still daylight out there, but I think that was one of her friends.
Okay. I think
it looked familiar, like I've seen the car before.
Okay.
But nobody's been in my yard because I got dogs out and stuff.
Right. Okay.
She okay?
I hope.
I mean, I've known this lady since I was 10 years old.
Okay. I mean, it appears somebody was over there messing with the house, so.
That lady's daughters wanted her to move so many times out of here, too. She kept saying no, no, no.
All right.
Detectives brought Jesse Stone in for questioning after his DNA came back as a match to DNA in the victim's underwear.
Man, you doing all right? You need anything? All right, Jesse.
Yo, look at that face. That's the face of a weirdo.
I'm Ryan, and we're going to come in here and talk to you just a little bit, okay? We're waiting for your mom to get over here, just so we can all be here and talk and figure out what's going on, all right?
Sure. You sure you don't want water or anything? Okay. If you need something, just give this door a little knock, all right? Okay.
Jesse Stone lived with his grandmother, who had custody of him. She shows up, and detectives confront Jesse with the evidence.
So we sent your DNA and the sex kit up to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, who does the testing and stuff for stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, is there any reason at all that your DNA would be on her clothes?
Yeah, we when I said goodbye to her, we hugged, like a slight hug.
Okay.
That's...
Let me be a little bit more specific. Your DNA was on her underwear.
What?
And so I want you to really use this time here to be honest with me about what happened that night, because I think that we know what happened, and I think that your mom knows what happened, because she also wrote down a list of times that you went in and out of the house that night, to include the time that the call came in.
Look, this is mom's or aunt over here. Look, she look like she knows what's going on.
And I think you probably know that you wouldn't be in here unless we had a good reason to put you in.
I don't see... What?
It's not about see, Randy John. It's truth.
Yeah, truth. It's impossible for my DNA to be on her underwear.
That's what we like to think too, brother, but that stuff doesn't lie. That stuff doesn't get made up. And sometimes the truth can be hard. You seem like a really good guy, man. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You make connections with people that need help. You go out there and you help other people. And there's people out there sometimes that make mistakes.
Come over here and
that doesn't make you a bad person for making a mistake.
Did you know that your personal information is being harvested, removed, and used
Personally, I can't believe that this is a horrible thing, Randy John. That's a horrible thing.
I don't even have the ability to do that.
Well, it's hard for me to believe too. It's really hard for me to believe too that you would do a thing like this.
I didn't.
But how many times have you been caught in lies?
I know.
How many times have you been caught in lies?
And this is the whole reason why you're on restriction. It's because you're not telling the truth about things. If this woman deserves to have the truth, she deserves it, and you know that.
What?
Don't say why's, Randy John, because why doesn't exist here.
I wasn't at her house.
Randy John, it's across the street. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her face. That's
I don't even think like that.
Cap.
I've never seen you hurt anybody, but
I don't want to hurt
what the hell are you doing outside at that time of night? It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand? Randy John, it doesn't make any sense. There's a million different things you can do. Being outside where you don't belong, and you know you don't belong out there.
I'm sorry, but I'm an outdoorsy person.
You're not an outdoorsy person. You're a sit in front of the TV kind of guy.
You're not an outdoorsy type of person. You're a sit in front of the TV kind of guy, and I know you.
I don't have TV. I'm outside.
Well, I don't know. I hope and pray you did not do this to this woman. I hope and pray. I hope and pray you did not do this. Because this is horrific.
It is.
This is a human being. And she deserves justice. She does. If this would have happened to your sister, what would you do?
Murder whoever did.
If you know anything about this, Randy John, for her at least, if you care about her, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
You know,
we've been down that road before where you've been lying about something. You swear up and Randy John, you've lied about stuff before.
Now that Jesse Stone has been sentenced, His full police interview is available. It wasn't previously. Slowly, those detectives get Jesse Stone, whose nickname is Randy John, to confess.
Well, let's imagine that this is the pillow. Show me what you would do. Like if she was kind of in front of you, show me what you would do.
I was just kind of like holding it there so she couldn't really see me. And I was holding it down a little harder, closer to her mouth so she couldn't really scream or yell.
Okay. And at some point you said you told her to what did you say? To be quiet?
I didn't say anything, I don't remember.
Okay, I thought you said that you told her to be quiet.
Why'd you put the pillow over her mouth?
Because I didn't want her to scream. I was just shaking.
Was she screaming?
She's trying to say something.
Okay. What were you watching on the iPad? You said something very specific that you were watching videos. Tell me about that.
Just YouTube videos.
You sure about that? Because what I find hard to believe is that you can tell me what kind of videos you were watching. They were YouTube videos, but you can't tell me what happened after you put the pillow over her mouth. I think you were watching something else on that iPad.
What was he watching?
I need you to be honest with me, Randy.
Corn?
Sometimes the hardest part of the story is the thing we give the least detail about. And I can understand it, man. You're 14, you have so much more of your life to live. But what we need to understand, man, is we need to understand the truth. And I think you're telling most of the true story here. But I think you're conveniently leaving some parts out.
Jesse Stone later admits to watching pornography on the victim's iPad.
Because it's probably been eating at your heart, man. So I know it's in there. I need you to take this off your heart, man. So I don't buy the whole I don't remember. Because I know you remember. I don't think you're some cold-hearted killer that doesn't remember.
Oh shit, she died, bro?
Because we deal with those kinds of people too, man. But I don't think Randy John's that guy. So, tell us what happened.
I hope she ain't died, bro. This nigga.
She was turned on her side.
She turned on her side, is that what you said?
No, she was turned on her side.
She was on her side.
Okay. And then what?
And just kind of stepped forward to make sure she was still asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she heard me move, but we saw in the corner of her eye. But she turned.
Alright, we're gonna skip this part.
Just her head. She started to try and get the rest of her body off the. Thought she was still.
We skipping the details.
No, what happened?
We don't need the details.
I know you remember, Randy. Don't. When we've already gone through that, I know you remember. Is this something you're not going to forget? I know you remember. Because you're wrapping her arms up, man. You're putting her on her stomach. Help us understand that, man. Because I know you're not going to forget that.
I was panicking. I
know you were panicking. I know you still remember.
Randy, what do we present? Did you rape her? Okay. But were you on top of her?
Jesse Stone is in the hot seat, and he certainly doesn't want to admit to what he has done. The detectives already have a full account of what happened from the victim, so they know her underwear had been removed and ended up on the floor.
Oh, so she's alive. She's alive. All right.
I understand.
Thank you. She's frazzled and traumatized, but she's alive at 91, still living through this nastiness.
How did it end up on the floor?
about where the waistband was to pick her up. She like twisted or something, and my arm slid down her legs. I'm not sure if that's when they came.
Where? You said they snapped when you grabbed them? What? You said they, I didn't hear what you just said.
I wrapped my arm like around her waist, and then she like twisted.
Okay.
And my arm like slid up her legs.
Was it on top of her nightgown, under her nightgown, or something else?
I don't remember if it was on top or under. I
feel like every time we're coming to something that's really difficult to talk about, right, John? And you're telling me you don't remember. So what I'm trying to understand, man, is you're out there in her living room watching YouTube, and then you're watching pornographic material. Well, I get it, man. I've been 14 before. I've been an adult. It's a totally normal and natural thing. What I'm trying to understand, man, is it went from progressing from you being in the living room to going into her room, and then her underwear is on the ground. Help me understand that. Because I want to believe you, Randy John, but I don't know if what you're telling me is plausible. I think the reason you went into that bedroom was to have some sort of sexual relations with.
No.
Tell me.
I went in there to make sure she was still asleep.
For what reason? Because before you made sure she was still asleep and you just left. What I'm trying to understand is, man, why are you grabbing blankets and tying her arms up? You're a fast guy. You could have been out of there. You could have just left, but you stayed. You put the pillow on. I understand you freaked out.
When she woke up, she grabbed my shirt.
I believe that. I 100% believe that. What I'm trying to understand is how a 14-year-old young man goes from watching pornographic material in the living room and probably was aroused by that, and that's fine, totally natural, to going into this old woman's bedroom and then progressing to tying her up and putting her arms behind her back. I don't think that's how you planned on it going down. I think you did panic. I think that's reasonable. But I want to know that you're telling me the truth. We deal with this kind of stuff every day, man. Like I said, this doesn't make you a bad person. But I want to understand the truth, man.
And Randy, you also need to remember, we've already talked with. She remembers everything that happened.
And we generally don't ask questions that we don't have the answer to, right, John? And I think you're being mostly honest with me, except for the parts that you just don't want to relive, man. And I don't want you to relive them either. But like we said from the beginning, man, from the jump, we're not doing this for us. This isn't about the sheriff's office. This is about. And I saw a true reaction out of you when you saw those pictures. I know you're not that kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't think you meant to hurt her that bad.
I think you went in there with maybe hormones got the best of you, and you were thinking with the wrong part of your body for a moment. And you know what, man? I think every teenager has been there. I think you were just kind of caught in a bad situation.
The detectives believe Jesse is minimizing what he did.
Did you pull them off? Did they get like tangled up? I mean, tell me, like, obviously we know that they came off of her body, and obviously we know that your DNA is already on there, so we know that somehow you came into contact with them. I just want to know how. Was it some violent maneuver where you just reached in and just ripped them off, or did you just slide them off?
She was on her stomach.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you with your mouth.
When she was on her stomach, she was like trying to get onto her knees to get up. And I was trying to find a way to get her completely lying down. I was trying to lift her up to get her legs from under her. trying to like get her legs swung to her, and then I ended up pulling them off of her.
Eventually, Jesse Stone admits to hitting the victim in the face and sexually assaulting her with his hand.
Said that if I went, then no one would know about it.
What?
Then no one would know. Then
with his hand.
Said that if I went, then no one would know about it.
She said, I'm sorry, she said if you what?
If you stop now, then no one would know, or something like that.
She said that to you? And what did you say?
I didn't say anything, I just let go of her.
Okay.
I grabbed her pillow and I put it on her head so that if she turned it, she wouldn't see me.
Okay, and then what happened?
I left through the door.
The same door you came out? Or the same door that you came in, and that was, you said earlier that was the living room door?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went to my house. When I went to open our screen door, I noticed that there was blood on my hand here. So I went over to our hose and I washed it off.
Okay.
And my shoes got wet, so I took them off.
Jesse Stone was charged with burglary and sexual battery. The detective presses him about why he went to this woman's house that night.
Randy John, I feel like you probably wish that this had never happened. Like, I honestly still believe that you never really intended to hurt. Because you care about her.
Yeah, I don't intend to hurt anyone.
But one thing I'm still a little bit kind of unclear about is, what was the original reason that you went to her? Like, why did you go into her house that night? What were you planning to do?
Just chill somewhere where I wasn't being watched and I didn't have to quite be outside.
Okay, so were you planning to use her iPad?
Planning, no, just something that came to mind when I was there.
Sure.
Kind of an opportunity deal.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when you were watching the pornography and stuff? Okay.
How many times have you gone in a house like this? Kind of in the middle of the night?
That was the first time. And every other time that I've been walking outside, for the most part, just chilling outside, either in the backyard or across the street.
Yeah. Have you tried her doors before?
No,
because it's kind of odd that the first time you got in was the night she left the door open. Explain that to me. Because I know when I talked to Detective Hartigan before we came and talked with you, you made a statement to them about how she always locks her doors.
Yeah.
So help me understand that, Randy John. The one night she leaves the door unlocked, you make it inside.
I went over there the first time, and I decided to see if the door was open. But I didn't go to that door first. I went to her sliding doors on the other side of the house.
Right.
The porch door?
No. Yeah, next to the kitchen counter, next to the table. It's like...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like blinds there.
Yeah.
This must be a nice house. They got a bunch of exits and entrances.
I tried those doors first, and they were locked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I went to the kitchen window and I tried to see if that would open. And it didn't open.
Jesse admits to Detective Boyd that he started watching pornography when he was just 10 years old.
Do you mind if I give you some more stuff? Sure. So, how old were you when you started watching the porn videos?
My friend showed them to me when I was 10.
So you've been watching them since you were 10?
Off and on, yeah.
Okay. How often do you think you were watching them before you got put on restriction?
Once or twice a week.
Okay. And what kind of stuff were you watching? Looking at pictures? Were you watching videos?
A mix of both.
A mix of both? Okay. And what site do you normally use?
The XNXX.
XNXX. And that's all it's called?
That's old school.
You just put that into Google, XN.
Go right to Spank Bang, my boy. Go right to Baddies Hub and Spank Bang.
XX.
Yeah, that was the website my friend showed me.
Okay.
When Jesse Stone was sentenced in January, his attorney argued for a lesser sentence.
His brain was nowhere near fully developed when this incident happened and is still probably 10 years off from that being the case. He had a relatively difficult childhood. He had no father figure in his life whatsoever. And certainly none of this is an excuse or justification by any means for what happened. He is remorseful about what happened. You've heard testimony about that. He pled guilty. But he, lost contact with his sister, I believe shortly before this happened. He very minimal contact with his mother, and he was essentially raised by his paternal grandmother. Despite all that, he's done fairly well in school. He got ahead of grade, made pretty good grades, A's and B's, I believe it was. We believe that indicates that he would be amenable to supervision as well as specialized sex offender treatment. As the state points out, he does suffer from depression and ADHD. And obviously there are plenty of people that have depression and ADHD that never get involved in anything like this, but that combined with his childhood certainly doesn't help. As a 14-year-old boy with, again, no father figure in his life, he appears to be somewhat get addicted to pornography and things of that nature on the internet. I'm sure that didn't help this situation.
Jesse's grandmother also spoke on his behalf.
Once Jesse is released from whatever period of incarceration the court deems appropriate, will you be there for him?
Absolutely, if I'm alive still.
Will you help support him kind of getting back on his feet into the community?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like Judge Herndon to know about Jesse?
Just that he isn't the person that did this act in a natural way. He's not this guy. I think personally he panicked or something. I can't explain what happened, but he's a person that you love, you care, you liked having him around. He was a good person, is a good person. And I mean, I care about I really do. And I don't know what's really fair here. I was myself recently attacked, and for me personally, the way I felt better is to have the person get help, because
You say he's never coming home, you think so? Let's see what he gets sentenced to.
I think people who are in that situation, they need help. And prior to him, this incident happened, I was already reaching out for help. I called the police a couple different times trying to get help for him. I called the school counselor trying to get help for him. But nobody seems to, that end of things, they failed. And I really believe had he gotten the help that he needed then, he would not be here right now. I mean, I really believe that.
But the crime was just so brutal.
The judge is definitely listening to her, too.
This was a 91-year-old woman who befriended kids in the neighborhood. She was a Christian woman. The judge sentenced Jesse Stone to a lengthy prison sentence.
All right, Mr. Stone, this is unfortunate for you, for the victim, for both of your families. I'm going to start with count 2. It's a burglary of a dwelling with a battery, which is punishable by up to life in prison. You're adjudicated guilty and sentenced to 25 years in the Department of Corrections. That's going to be followed by 30 years of sex offender probation. You're going to have to follow the sex offender probation conditions set forth in 948.30, which includes sex offender treatment, a variety of other things, including polygraphs, no use of the internet without a risk assessment, no contact with children under the age of 18. I don't know that that's going to be applicable in this case, but I assume all those are still going to apply. You cannot have any contact with the victim in this case, which means that no phone contact, third-party contact, no contact in any manner whatsoever.
Jesse Stone will be nearly 40.
Oh, no. He'll be 40 when he get out. Bro, that's crazy. Bro, this one is nuts. Listen to this. After this, we going to watch the 20v1. We're going to watch the 20v1 with Aaron the Plumber. But real quick, let's watch this. Florida teens disturbing mass shooting plot exposed during a traffic stop. We got to see how this went. Law and crime is doing their thing tonight, gang.
For me, I had some thoughts about some stuff going on down in Miami. So what's up with that?
Just wanted to drive down to Miami for one, a road trip, and two, to go to a church to plan for later.
Plan for later? What you got planned later?
Attack later.
Newly released
Attack
body
later.
cam video shows a chilling admission from a man pulled over for a headlight being out. He randomly told officers that he wanted to kill dozens of people, and that's not all police discovered after pulling him over. Police in South Florida may have thwarted eventual attacks on a church and a school, all because they pulled over Henry Horton for having a busted headlight. Here's his mugshot.
He looked like the type.
Talk about how his court case just wrapped up and his sentence in just a moment. But let's go back to what officers in Jupiter, Florida came across when they pulled him over in September of 2023.
All right, Mr. Henry, you want us to come out and I'll show you real quick what we're talking about? Yeah, here. Well, just make sure your high beams aren't on there. I'll show you. So if you come out over here, see how that's completely out? Jesus. Yeah. So it's a quick fix at O'Reilly's. What, like maybe $50 especially for a truck? Quick fix.
I've heard you can use like a wrench thing to pull it out and then have reinstall the new light.
Yeah, it's easy. O'Reilly's does it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather
If you buy one there, they'll install it for you.
I'd rather have you do it at O'Reilly's, pay $60 to get it fixed instead of giving you like a $106 citation. And then another thing, you gotta have your registration on you in the vehicle, right?
Gotta have it.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You can have a picture of the insurance. You just gotta have a copy of the registration in the vehicle, because obviously I can go back to my system, do a little bit of research, and I'll find that the car is registered to your mom.
Yeah.
But if, let's say, my system's done, you can't prove to me that car belongs to you, right?
Yeah, you can't. I couldn't prove without the insurance.
So other than that, like I said, it's just that.
Like I was saying, there's marijuana in the car like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's none in there now. Be carefully search to make sure of that.
Sure.
Yeah, you can. It's a yes or no. It's not meant to like intimidate you or nothing like that. Yes, we can search, and no, we can't.
At this point, it appears to be a very casual traffic stop. You can hear Horton was originally hesitant to let officers search his vehicle. Here's what an officer saw as he was going through his back seat, though. Horton had what appeared to be a BB gun and that knife in the car, but then these writings on notepads. From here, officers put Horton in cuffs and detained him.
You said Henry's your name?
Yes.
Can you stand it for me? We're just gonna check your pockets real quick, make sure you got nothing sharp. That's just our policy, just to keep your hands behind your back while we're doing this, okay? You need to, yeah.
No, you're just being detained.
You're just being detained. You're not. This doesn't mean you're going to jail. Doesn't mean you're going anywhere right now.
One officer then goes back to the car and finds more writings, including one with swastikas drawn on the page. Horton later admitted to having a bong in his car. Marijuana is still illegal in Florida. But then the officer goes back to Horton and has a conversation about those writings, and Horton admits to much more than just having weed in his car. I want to take a moment to thank Upside for sponsoring this body cam. Upside's a free app that lets you get cash back on daily essentials like 85 cents.
Alright, Mr. Henry?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so here's the deal. So, obviously you're speaking with my partner as I was searching a car and stuff, so I found the bong. So like I said, I appreciate you being super honest with me. That's all it is. I mean, just some water and stuff like that. It's not a big deal. So as I was over there, my partner was informing me. I had some thoughts about some stuff going on down in Miami. So what's up with that?
Just wanted to drive down to Miami for one, a road trip, and two, to go to a church to plan for later.
Plan for later? What you got planned later?
Attack later.
Attack later?
Yeah.
What's that?
Attack.
Oh, attack.
Yeah.
Oh, a tech. I heard tackler. What kind of a tech?
Like either shooting or stabbings.
Okay. Have you been having these thoughts recently?
Yes.
A lot, or just every now and then? A lot. Okay. Have you tried talking to some kind of professional about this kind of stuff or not?
I tried to get to a therapist, but it was like a wait list or something.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. So you were going out of Miami, going to go first hang out, and you would go to a church. What was the church for?
The church was the location of my later attack.
Yeah. It was for your later attack?
Yes.
Okay. What was up with? What was your other location for attack?
Okeechobee High School. Yeah. And Okeechobee up north.
Okeechobee. What's particular about Okeechobee?
It's a small town up north near the lake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with that area. Yeah. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
But what brings you to that area or the high school?
Some issue I had with an administrator when I was still in school.
Oh, you should go there.
So with those issues, you wanted to just basically go over there and attack them?
Yes.
Or have an attack plan? What were you specifically wanting to do?
I wanted to shoot and kill like 15 people.
15 people? Why 15?
Actually, yeah, 15. Because it was an odd number.
Like odd numbers?
Yeah, I like odd numbers most of the time.
Alright. You said you had specific problems with administrator. Did you have someone in mind and someone specific in target?
Yes, Mr. Stewart.
Stewart? What did Mr. Stewart do to you?
Okay, so here's the story. We were going to go on a field trip to Busch Gardens somewhere.
Okay.
And they were searching all our backpacks, and I had alcohol in mine, and they took me to Mr. Stewart's office, who's the student dean, and I was suspended for a week. And I was also put in a rehab program.
Oh, okay.
So because of that,
DCFS.
Okay.
He was trying to help you.
Department of Children and Families?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you right now, Mr. Stewart? I'm sorry, Mr. Henry?
19.
19? Okay.
I was 18 when this happened.
Okay, so last year?
Yes.
Okay, when did you graduate high school?
May 2022.
Okay, last year? Alright, awesome. Yeah. So when did you want to, obviously you said you're planning your attacks and stuff like that. When did you want to execute these attacks?
On my 22nd birthday.
On your 22nd? Why particularly your 22nd birthday?
Because with my 21st, because after I turn 21, I want to spend my last year alive drinking like a madman.
Okay. So once you turn 21, drink like a madman. Then when you turn 22,
yes,
you want to execute these plans?
Yes, sir.
Why at church though?
I just.
Did you have a particular number for the church?
About 10.
10? Yeah. Okay. Were you gonna?
That's the even number.
That plan when?
That don't make sense. That's the even number. You said you like odd numbers, and that's the only reason why you wanted to take out 15 people.
To Miami tonight, or?
Not tonight, but some other time later.
So you were just going kind of over there, kind of like on a recon mission?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, no worries, man. So, alright, just give me a few minutes and we'll be heading out of here, alright? We're gonna go try to get you some help, okay?
Can I at least be out of here, out of this car real quick?
First of all, he that knife, yeah, you could take somebody out with a knife, but that BB gun wasn't gonna do nothing but sting somebody.
It's going to be a quick 20-minute drive down south. We're going to go down to what we call JFK North. It's going to be a mental facility hospital.
Hey, could you turn off my hazards for my car and take the keys, please?
The keys are going to go with the tow truck.
Yeah, but what about my hazards? Can you turn them off, please?
He's going to turn them off, yeah.
That's going to kill my engine.
Yeah, no, I turned your car off. I turned your car off. He's going to turn off everything. He's going to make sure your car's in tip-top shape, as well as my partner that was here talking to you for a while.
Oh, Jesus. My family.
Dude just admitted to a potential attack, and now he worried about his hazards and his engine blowing out. Like, what?
I was gonna hate this.
No, it's not a big deal. But like I said, we're gonna go down to JFK North. It's a mental health facility. They're gonna try to get you the help you need. All right. Okay. And then from there, we'll talk a little bit more. So just hang tight.
Per the officer's body cam, Horton was arrested for having drug paraphernalia with marijuana residue. He then was taken to a mental health facility and evaluated. So now we're going to fast forward a couple weeks to October 5th. 2023. This is the day that Horton is released from that mental health facility and police take him into custody and charge him for making those threats. Let's listen to part of what Horton says to himself during the car ride.
So I'm being arrested for the threats? That's what he said. Okay. I don't know to whom or... Sanders, you go... Yeah, that's fine. I'd have to hop in there. So he's going to go on the other side and just seatbelt you in.
So it's about so the jail's about 5 minutes from here.
It's not far now.
Okay.
Once you get there, they take the handcuffs off. They just say who you are and
the mug shot too.
I don't know. They always do photos, but sometimes that's the process. They might have to be the one closest to him.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So, once you get there, also they take the handcuffs off once you get in. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
All right. This is great.
Treating dude good for what he's charged with. Not charged yet. Arrested for.
Yeah, just pull it forward. Yeah, bring it to your car over there.
This is great.
Like a pickup truck.
I thought I was just gonna get arrested for the bong or something.
Nah.
So I guess they dropped the charge on the bong or something. They had to have.
This dude like somebody math teacher. Like an elementary school or middle school math teacher type shit.
So you're saying no now, right? And when we were here last time, remember, we asked you the same question, and you're like, I kind of still want to do it. You were just saying no because you didn't want to be here any longer.
Right.
So is that still the case that you don't want to be here, so you're just going to say no, but you still want to do it?
No, they're discharging you.
Yeah, you're
They've
getting
held
out.
you
You're
long
done.
enough. But we want to know how you feel and what's going on. Because if you need help, if we have to get you some therapy or something, we need to know where to get you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're leaving here. Like, they don't want you no more.
Right.
That's fine.
They don't want you no more.
Correct. So you're saying no, that you're not having those thoughts.
Right.
Okay. What changed your mind about that? In the last week since we've talked to you, what changed your mind?
Oh, so he been on that type of time.
Just thinking about how it would affect my family if I did do the things that I wanted to do back then, but don't want to do now.
Mindset where you're thinking about having those thoughts?
I don't want you because I can't help you if you're not honest to open up to me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what is the deal? Do you still want to hurt people? Do you want to carry out? It's in the future, you'll think about it later? Is
it something we're going to turn on the news one morning or one evening and we're going to see Henry on the news for doing that?
Look at his face. Look at his smile. That's his dream. Look, this is his dream. Look at his face. Look how he's smiling. That's his dream.
No. Now, I'm going to be honest.
His face changed back to normal when he said no.
With you, man. You said no, but you got you got that shitty grin on your face, right? And you're like, ha ha ha, right? And be honest, no is the answer that you think I want to hear.
Right.
Right.
What's the truth?
We're being honest with you, and like I said, we just want to know the truth. You can't be arrested for thoughts and dreams and stuff like that, right? So we're just trying to gauge where you're at right now. In that would it be
definitely a weirdo?
Fair to say that,
in my opinion,
once you get off the meds, you're going to go back to playing that, and I'm probably going to see you on the news.
Most probably.
Okay.
Last month, Horton pleaded guilty to 2 counts of written threats to kill or do bodily injury and 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Joining us now is
Hey man, hopefully that 3 years whip him into shape, right? Hopefully in 3 years whip that nigga into shape, dog. Real quick before we get to that video, that's a long video. Let's watch these. Let's look at these old guns real quick. Look, a true gun flea market.
800, 100. Brownie. Yeah, I can't walk very far.
I love be a good shotgun.
You pay for your raisins.
Hey, got some pistols.
Hey Rick, you want anything? What time you got?
A little Kel-Tec, a little revolver over here.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can find one at another place. You got any money? I got $20 bills.
I love me some revolvers, yo.
You know, like the price comes down. You're gonna get that pork chop. That's that big of $20.
It's cheaper than they are out through yonder.
Buy that BB gun.
Yonder.
Yeah.
Those things just the high.
Cool little gun.
Oh yeah, these old Benjamins are pretty neat. I'm gonna try to restore it and get it back and running better.
It pumps up. He pumped it there a couple times.
Oh yeah, it does. These old Benjamins are pretty neat guns.
No, I don't. You the one's got it. You can chill it out. Oh, you got it.
Henry, buddy. 22.
You trying to get on it?
He ain't. He just bought it.
What's in there?
Got over here.
All right, they'll be there.
Little pocket knife collection. I like to go through the pocket. I like to buy me a little pocket knife.
Somebody comes by and wants to buy them, I need to tell them. Come here.
Morning.
Morning.
It's a Ruger?
Ruger Mark 1.
What you gotta get out of it?
4.5.
All right.
Made in 61.
Yeah, they're fun.
That nerve's been packed a lot more than it's been shot.
Yeah.
I got one from 1957.
57?
Yeah. Smith & Wesson.
Oh, what's this? What is that? I ain't never seen this before, I don't think. The revolver regular, but this automatic handgun, semi-automatic handgun fire.
No.
Nice revolver.
Go H&R. What's your number on it?
Yeah, I was trying to trade that to me. 45. I really don't want to sell it.
All right.
I sold a friggin' box real cheap one day, and I had a friggin' Japanese flag in there. I like this shit when I found out it's that.
Table full of shotguns, rifles.
Kind of gun he got there. You got any guns?
All right, here we go. We got a Taurus. Yeah, this is a Taurus. Smith & Wesson up here. Taurus here.
You told me to give him some.
Taurus is gonna sell. Them Taurus is gonna sell always. Price be nice.
You say he is giving it away. It's an old one. Back in the 60s.
I got these joints. I got both of these guns right here. I own both of these joints. This revolver and this G2C. That might be a G3C. I got this one right here, G2C right next to it though. That's a G3 up top. That's a G2 on the bottom. I got these two right here next to each other, brother and sister.
57. It's a beaut. What you gotta get out of it?
850.
All right.
probably know that.
And I'll just follow you around somewhere.
Got 500 on that 410 pound. That's a nice, solid little gun.
Yes, sir.
What are you getting on your 308?
88, you like shotguns and rifles, bro?
Wait,
Huh?
what are you asking on that one?
400. I was asking 425. I'll take 400 for it.
Gotcha. Someone rattle can it or?
Huh?
Someone spray paint it?
I don't know what it is, buddy. They parkinized it or spray painted it or done something.
Yeah. It's missing its rear side, it looks like.
Yeah, they take them off. It's
completely terrible job on it.
It's getting on your 38.
Stop.
Not so much the hunting rifle kind of guy. What kind of rifles you like? AR-15s? Or you like AKs? You an AR-15 or AK guy?
It's a little waffle.
That's a Model 49. About 5 1/4. All right. Give me 375 take it on with you.
Nah, this is revolver heaven though. They got some nice revolvers here.
I'll get it. All right.
Look at this brown handle joint right here. What's this? That's nice.
I'll get it off for 375.
Well, they all brown handle. That was a bad way. This silver joint, this nickel.
I don't like that I'm a southpaw, so bolts don't like me anyway.
I drive back towards.
Huh?
I drive back towards. I filled my truck up too much with gas there, ain't it?
I'd say it probably got wet at some point. Well, probably someone took it out hunting in the water, because you can see the stocks raised on the back here too.
I tell you what they do to a lot of that. People put oil on them, squirt it full of oil, and sets it on the bottom, and then it runs down in there and destroys it down there.
Hey, you could be surprised. I've seen people do all kinds.
Bro, Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead to have a ball in here picking up revolvers.
Of stuff. It's kind of like if you
put that in
leave
That's fire. That's smoking a nigga.
For Julie.
You had one of those old gun boxes like with the foam like that, and if you leave a blued gun in it after you've had it out in the heat all day, it can fuse to it.
Yeah. It's 38.
Yeah.
That's a Model 15 Target, buddy.
That's pretty cool.
They're usually about $1,200, but that ain't.
All right.
Yeah.
They're usually 12, but this 8.
Got the wide hammer and the wide trigger and the adjustable sights.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I take $625 for it if you want it.
Okay.
I'm going to sell this stuff and get rid of it.
I get that, buddy. You don't have any surplus guns for sale, do you?
No.
That's what I collect, is more old surplus. I do like these though.
Yeah.
I've got one in 270 and 30-06. Now I got 308.
I'll tell you what I've got at home.
308, and then I guess
I've got a 18 and 65 Maynard.
Yeah.
50 caliber Civil War gun.
That's nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I got a 19 and 3 World War One Savage
Yeah.
Point Man shotgun.
That's pretty cool. Now those are going for big money these days. Those World War I ones.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one.
It's a pre-World War One. It's made 19 and 3.
Yeah.
What about your Taurus here?
That's $1,000.
Okay. It's
What
fancy
Taurus?
looking.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
I've got a better one than that somewhere.
Taurus is crazy. What Taurus is he talking about?
That's $1,000.
Oh, it's because is he talking about the gold one?
Okay. It's fancy looking.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
I've got a better one than that somewhere. It's that down there. That is a go inlay.
All right.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them. Didn't know I had two of them.
Good luck, man.
That's a good deal. I do have a carbine version, one of the rare carbine versions though, in 30-06. I'm asking $1,000 on that.
Yeah, it's gun heaven. Alright, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm about to end the stream here, gang. I'ma holla at y'all, bro. We're gonna get to this other video on the next stream. Look, we're gonna get to this video, this 20v1, 20 women versus one comedian, Aaron the Plumber, the dude from the Pop the Balloon. Look, this dude right here. This dude right here. We're gonna get to this video in the next joint. I'm about to get up off this nasty for the night though, man. I'ma holla at y'all. GG's in the chat. Hope everybody enjoy, my boys. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm off this nasty gang. Love. Hope everybody feeling good, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all nights.